As we head into Black History Month, my next guest is here to talk about the importance of financial inclusion for immigrant communities in Canada. Please welcome the founder and CEO of the financial app Expedier Inc, Kingsley Madu. Hey, Kingsley.
Hi, Mary.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me today.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much for being here. Now, you came to Canada from Nigeria and very quickly realized that there was a need for an app like Expedier. So tell us a little bit about your experience.
Well, first off, I've had the privilege of living in about 15 different nations globally, right? From the US all the way to Far East India, right? So kind of like been there, done that kind of thing, right? And in my mind, I thought, well, what could go wrong? Right? But when we immigrated to Canada, almost everything went wrong.
Oh, no.
Right? Right out from the airport, we were essentially stranded because we couldn't get our app to work, the Uber app to get out of the airport. And then we got to the hotel, and the hotel says they could not honor our reservation because we did not have a local credit card on file.
Okay.
We finally managed to pay cash, and we had to pay 3 days extra as security deposit.
Oh my gosh.
And then I went over to the landlord to rent an apartment. And the landlord says to me, I like you, I like your history, you're such a nice guy, but I need to see 6 months of credit history. At that point, I am super frustrated. So like, where do I get this credit thing? So, well, it starts from the bank. So I walk over to the bank because I couldn't even rent a car. The rental companies required a credit card.
Okay.
So I walked over to the bank and I met a nice lady and I said, where can I buy credit? And then he says, no, it doesn't work that way. You need to get an account. So, okay, sure, let's open one. So here we are opening an account. I'm super hopeful this is going to be over soon. Then she asked me, do you have a home address? I said, no, I don't. I said, oh, unfortunately, I cannot open a bank account for you without a home address.
Oh, my gosh.
So here I am. I can't get a house because I do not have a bank account. But I can't even get a bank account because I do not have a house. And I was essentially cut off from the entire financial system on arrival. Right? It was, I mean, I can laugh over that today, but it was super, super frustrating.
Well, where do you even start? Because if you need a home address to get a bank account, but you need a bank account to get a home address, I don't even know how you get through that. So that's why you founded Expedier.
Correct. That's why I founded Expedier, because when I finally managed to open a bank account, my first credit card had a $500 limit on it, like for about 2-3 years, right? And so it didn't allow me to really thrive, right? Now, the other side of the equation is because I didn't have sufficient access to the credit history or the credit financials of Canada, I still had to fund my lifestyle, right? But most of that money wasn't with me in Canada. It was in all of these other places that I've been to.
That you've lived,
Correct. So the first thing I needed to do was to build an app that allowed me to aggregate all of my money, wherever they were, into one central location. That way I had access to it, and I could spend it on demand. Think of it as having your money where it should be, in your hands.
In your hands,
And so that was the first step that allowed me to, start thriving, right? And now we're speaking to a lot of financial institutions that's going to allow us begin to report rent to further build credit and enhance credit history, right? And then we're now speaking also to other financial institutions to allow us issue credit cards, right, to these immigrants. Even before they arrive, can we do something like that for them?
So they're set up so when they hit the ground, they've got something. They hit it running.
Correct.
That's amazing.
Yes.
This is the first Black created and led financial app. Like, no doubt you have helped countless people who are coming to Canada kind of further their kind of experience here. But what further work needs to be done?
Oh, for sure. We're still just at the tip of the iceberg.
Right?
So in the next few weeks and months, we'll be launching all kinds of financial products and well-being literacy, right? That's going to even make it a better experience and smoother, right? I'll tell you for free. From where I come from, right? Credit is seen in a bad light. In fact, most of the world, credit is not a thing. Right? It's only in North America mostly. Right? And so imagine arriving and someone telling me, because you do not have credit, you're bad. I'm like, but that should be good for me.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
I'm not spending someone else's money.
Like I'm living within my means. Shouldn't that be a good thing? But no, it's not. So we need to educate, right, and enlighten this group of people to say, yes, I know, you see before it's a bad thing, but here it's actually a good thing.
You want credit.
You want credit. This is how you use it. Do not abuse it, right? Learn the pros and cons of it. That way, it makes your whole life a lot better.
Yeah, just increasing that financial literacy. That's amazing. So how can new Canadians find Expedier?
Oh, well, Expedia has been downloaded over 10,000 times already.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. We are on the Play Stores, we're on the App Stores, right? And there is a link on our website as well, expedia.co. So anyone can just go on there, download the app, register, and that's it. You're set up from day one for success.
That is fantastic. Kingsley, that is such a brilliant idea, and you're helping so many people, again, hit the road running when they get to Canada.
Yeah,
fantastic. Thank you so much for being with us today.
It's a pleasure.
Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.